Welcome to From the Den, where all things Mukwonago are open for discussion. I am your host, Diana Dykstra, Village Administrator, and I am here today with Police Chief Chris DeMotto.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Chris DeMotto is absolutely no stranger to Mukwonago. Longtime resident, dedicated law enforcement professional who really brings a deep understanding of our community along with the leadership and experience to guide our department forward. In today's conversation, we're going to talk about his journey, his vision for public safety, and how he plans to strengthen the relationship between our police department and the community he proudly serves. Chief DeMotto, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
First, I want to say congratulations because you were sworn in on March 27th, and it was absolutely powerful. I remember looking at the crowd, and I don't think I've ever seen that many people in Village Hall before. So it was very, very exciting. So I want to congratulate you. Tell me, how was your journey to become the police chief? How did you get to this point?
So first off, I've lived. My parents moved out to Mukwonago in 1977, so I've lived in the village that entire time. I still live in the village, not with my parents though. Just want to make that clear. My wife and I live in the village yet. So I've lived in the village, went to the Mukwonago schools. When I was about 14 or 15 years old, I went to my guidance counselor at the Mukwonago High School, told him I was interested in being a police officer ever since I was a wee little boy. And he checked into it, and there was a program called Mukwonago Police Explorers with our police department. So he set me up with that, and I went there, and I started actually at the department as an explorer about 14 or 15 years old. Explorers are like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We teach them police things. We still have the program. So if anyone's out there is interested, they can contact Corey Kirkpatrick.
I was going to ask that. Do we still have that?
We still have the Explorer program. Yep, it's great. You don't have to want to be a police officer, just want to learn. We'll teach the youth about police cars, traffic stops, firearm safety, everything kind of police related. And some of them grow into wanting to be a police officer, and some of them just have a better understanding.
That is excellent.
So that's how I started. Like I said, when I was about 14 or 15, I graduated high school in 94, and 3 days after graduation, I was in sunny Texas with the Air Force Reserve, going through basic training, went through the police academy, did my ground combat school, came home, went to WCTC for college. Then sometime around February-ish, I applied and was hired as a police cadet with the police department. So that's when I started in 95, full-time with the police department. We don't have the cadet program anymore, but it's a really good program. I was a dispatcher, so I typed officer reports, I cleaned the squad cars, I took out trash, I answered phones, kind of a little bit of everything. And then when I turned 21, they promoted me on the road, and 29 short years later, police chief sitting right here. So that's kind of my story.
Amazing.
So I've always been in the village, so people might recognize me from that. You might also recognize me. My kids went to Mukwonago School District, so I volunteered as a parent in field trips and some of the classroom stuff. I've also been a rec coach for soccer and helped out in baseball and softball for about 7-ish years. So you might recognize me from that or my name from that.
Absolutely. Wow.
That's me in a nutshell.
I love it. That is very impressive. So prior to this, you were the assistant police chief.
Yes.
So tell me, what does your leadership team look like now, and how will it look in the coming years here?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. So I have 2 good lieutenants right now, and we're going to have a third one. So the first one, Lieutenant Rob Kreiser, he is going to be our administrative lieutenant, so he's going to help me out with some of the chief duties, meetings, policies, stuff like that. And Corey Kirkpatrick he's our school officer right now. Once school's over, he'll be moving to night shift, so he'll be our patrol lieutenant. And by the end of the year, we'll have a third lieutenant, which will be our investigative lieutenant. So they're really important. So education is really important for us. So they have 4-year degrees. Corey and Rob both live in Mukwonago, so their ties to the community really help them. But we're also going to be sending them to different leadership schools. So a few years ago, I went to Northwestern Leadership School. It's a 12-week school. So Corey and Rob will be attending either that or Wisconsin Command College, or if we can get them into the FBI National Academy, we'd like to do that. So
Absolutely.
education is really important for us, and I'm really excited to have these guys on our team.
I am very impressed with the group you have. Very talented.
Thank you.
Um, and when I see them places, and it's not just because it's me, but when I see them places, they're interacting with residents, they're talking to them. I mean, just this week, I saw Corey at the DOT meeting, and he was talking with all the residents and getting to know them. And you were there too, which actually
Yes.
was very helpful because they had a couple of residents had a couple other questions. So I think, that interaction just makes such a difference. So
Yeah, we're excited. We have 15 full-time officers, and of the 15, 6 of us graduated Mukwonago High School. So we like to have people from the community living in the community. I think it just helps out. One of the things I used to tell jokingly to the new officers is if they were a jerk, their mom might know who the person is, and no one wants their mom to come and tell them that they've been acting like a jerk to people.
yeah,
So we like to hire people from the community because I think they know the area better and they can relate with people better.
that's excellent. Um, you work a lot of hours.
I do.
This is a very demanding job. So, um, I just want to have an opportunity here for you to thank the people who allow you to do what you do.
Yeah, I've been really blessed. My wife takes care of a lot of stuff and gets the kids back and forth. So she's been a real big help. My parents and my in laws as well. Um, I've had times where the kids were sick at school and someone had to pick them up, but sometimes working, we can't leave right
Right.
away. So they've always been great. Pick the kids up or to get them to their sports if I wasn't able to go or my wife was not around. So definitely my family's been really, really good. My in laws and just all of our family's been pretty supportive. Throughout the years, I missed a lot of Christmases and other holidays to work, but they understand. So that was good.
And I don't think people realize the sacrifices that the men on your department and women on your department have when it comes to holidays and birthdays and all those celebrations because it is difficult.
It is, yeah. I mean, we would, when the kids were younger, sometimes celebrate Christmas a day before or a day after, just because I was working and it just didn't work with our schedule.
Um, I one of the things that I wanted to kind of hit on maybe is what are some of your plans for the upcoming years as it relates to maybe um, any new initiatives or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, I'm really excited. So this year, we're in the process of hiring 2 new officers to start with. Both officers that we had selected are just finishing up background information and stuff, but they're young and they haven't been in the academy. So they will be going to the police academy this year, and they'll be ready for field training by December. What we're going to do different this time is prior to them going to the academy, we're going to do about a month onboarding with them. So they'll be able to ride with officers, go through a lot of the training beforehand. So the first time they have to do it in an academy isn't the first time they've seen it. So we want to really set them up for success. So that's what we're really excited about. The second thing is we're kind of working on a collaboration and innovation. It's kind of been our philosophy and theory that we've been um, talking about at the department. We want to collaborate, work with the community, continue working with our great partners like the Lions Club, American Legion, who we have great relationships with and work with them. And then innovation. So we're going to look at what we can do to streamline processes that we have. Work on social media. Social media is not one of my strong suits. So I'm finding officers or people at our department or dispatchers, we have some that are great with it, that can help us out with it and do a little better. So we want to make sure that we can alert people of road closures and different things sooner than we've been able to before. Um, yeah, a lot of different technologies out there.
Yeah, exactly. And when you say that, I feel for you because it's not my strong point either, but that's where people are getting their information from. That's why we're here today too at
Yes.
in a podcast. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that people get their information at different points, and you just have to lean into every new thing and try it out.
Yeah, and so we have a drone, so we've been using that a little bit more. We've been finding that very useful, and
Yes.
the Lions Club and Camel Construction actually made donations to make that possible for us. So we want to use that more for um, just checking out areas. We've used it to help on search warrants. We use it to help find people lost in woods and just kids that are missing. So it's a really good tool, and we want to learn more about it and
Yeah.
use more of it.
Definitely. I know it was extremely helpful during the emergency weather events that we had the last couple of weekends because that footage was exceptional.
Yeah, it gives us an overview of everything that's happening so we can get it to the village engineer or the public works to let them know kind of what we're looking at. And it records it in case there is damage or a
Document it.
failure,
Yeah, exactly.
we can show what it looked like prior to and maybe where the failure was and how to make it better. So
Right, right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and talk to us. Are there anything else that you want anybody to know? Any resident?
no, I appreciate all the support. I've gotten lots of phone calls, emails, so I appreciate all that. I'll be happy to see more of you at our National Night Out. That's kind of our big
Oh yeah.
footprint where you'll see myself, the other lieutenants, and the officers. If you're not familiar with it, it's August 4th.
Okay.
Um, really big event, so everyone will be there. Police department, fire department, village, town. So everyone will be there, and we have to use thank you to our committee. So on there, we have Diane, uh, sorry, uh, Beth, and Darlene Johnson, Ken, Corey. Um, we have Brenda just joined the team, and Ben from the town. So we're really excited for them to be on there.
Excellent. I'll tell you, that event is huge. I have been there, and you have stations from all different parts, all different community. There's, the Army has been there,
Yep.
the county displays, and, you know, different, like they'll have the drone up, and the kids can see what you see, touch and feel, all kinds of stuff. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited to have everyone out there. So if you can join us out there, I'll be happy to meet you, and you can introduce yourself to myself and our new leadership team.
Excellent. I am super excited for this year because you have a lot of energy, and things are going really great. So I just want to thank you for your time. I'm very excited for you, and I look forward to working with you this year. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, and till next time,
Thank
we
you.
will talk again.